Okay. Hello, everyone. As most of you already know me, my name is Nirmal Tanwar, and I take SSB classes. And today we have with us Ajay Soam, a bright student, one of the brightest students I ever encountered. Never giving up attitude, completely determined, coming from a village background and overcoming that hassle of English speaking and now making it to IMA finally. So Ajay, welcome.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
बता
Thank you,
यार,
sir.
how did this journey of joining army started? कब तेरे को लगा कि you should go and try for an officer and how it started everything? Which year? When?
So it started in 2016, and at that time, I did not think about becoming an officer. I just thought about joining army. I did not know about officer entries, so I went for rally bhartis, and then I thought that I got to know about NDA, and I went for it, but I got one attempt and I could not clear it. Thereon, I decided that I will join the forces, and through CDS, I started working from 2016 onwards. And I cleared my CDS in my first attempt, but I could not clear my SSB then. And then again, I cleared CDS, and then again, I cleared CDS for 6 times, and I was getting conference out
Six
every
times.
time. Yes, sir, but I did not get skin out anytime. So it was quite an experience, and learning from my experiences, I made it in this attempt for IMA 152.
So Ajay, like there were 6 times that you have faced SSB, right? So
Yes, sir.
obviously, after like two and three repetitions, and after being two and three times not recommended, a candidate goes through a lot of pressure, and sometimes he thinks of giving up his dream. तो क्या यार कैसे मोटिवेट रखा खुद को?
Sir, I was the first to become an officer from my village, and people from my village join army, but they don't go for officer entries. And people, there is a myth that it is not quite easy to become an officer. So I decided like, कि I will do it. And if I back out from this aim now. And what will people say? No one will follow. But if I make it, people will follow. So that was a source of inspiration for me that kept me going again and again. And that was also because, sir, I also teach, and I have students who are also preparing for the same entries. And if I leave, then they will not follow also. They will, what will they think? So that
Good.
was also a motivation for me.
Now, that was your internal motivation which drove you all throughout, huh?
Yes,
Good,
sir.
good. So, like, basically, you have seen so many SSBs, and like, there's a
Yes, sir.
rumor, Ajay, a very big rumor, which I also keep on saying is not true. The rumor of repeaters. Okay, if you are a repeater, then it becomes very difficult for you to clear SSB, and first chance is the golden chance to clear SSB. What is your overall view? Like, say, experience is a huge thing. I had two experiences of my own, but six is a lot of things you must have learned. You must have seen a lot of guys. तो कैसे मतलब क्या है?
Sir, I think what happens is this is only a rumor, and it is nothing like a repeater ho gaye, so it becomes tough. Yes, it becomes tough because people you will be competing among the group of people who are having uh, more knowledge according to the group of fresher. Because when I went for my first SSB, the knowledge according to the compared to the different SSB that I have been through, over the first group of the freshers was not that much, and discussions were quite easy. And as you become a repeater, the discussions get a little bit of rough because
Intense.
knowledge is intense. Yes, sir. Intense is the word. So yes, but I think according to SSB, the qualities are same and the barrier is same, but it is among the group only. There is nothing like that I think that it is for a repeater that things are different. It is just in our mind, and once we get it in our mind, I think that becomes a problem.
Okay, I remember Ajay that when I saw you first time and you going for your first SSB, that time
Yes, sir.
actually English was a concern for you. I always say
Yes, sir.
that everybody do not has to be American English spoken or British English spoken to clear SSB. You should be able to express yourself that what is going inside your head. You should be able to convey it because power of expression is one of the OLQs. It is not power of English. So like it will help a lot of students. Those are from village background and they feel like they are lacking in spoken English. So what are your guidance and tips like how they can try to improve and how they can do that?
Yes, sir. When I went for my first SSB, the English was not that much good because, as you know, that I was from a village background and I used to get nervous because of my English speaking skills. So uh, later on, I decided कि I will improve on that. कि English speaking तो कर ही लूंगा. कि if we can work on ourselves, if we can improve this, like the barriers in our mind कि यार English थोड़ी weak है. So what will I do? What we can do, we can improve it. And what matters most is the ideas, like what ideas we are giving and what are your opinions on particular thought. And as you said कि expressing yourself is more important, but it is not like कि यार you have to be so much fluent and so much like English speaking person to get recommended. Just bringing up new ideas matters. And how 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 fast you bring ideas, like in GD there is GD and everyone is speaking, and at that time what you bring up, what you produce, that can contribute to the group. Like it is not like just participating, as you say, as I learned from you that you say you always say, sir, uh, it is not about participating, it is about contributing. So giving more ideas which can contribute to the group is what that matters. And that is also what will I say. But I would like to add on that improving should be there. Like we can improve on ourselves. My English was bad at first time, but when I went for my second attempt, it was better than the first. And when I went for the third time, it was better than the two attempts. So I kept on improving myself, and that was it.
So you are a perfect example of when I say ना कि किस्मत से ज्यादा और समय से पहले किसी को कुछ नहीं मिलता. So you are a
Yes, sir.
perfect example of that. But you kept on trying,
Thank
you
you, sir.
kept on improving. Okay, Ajay,
Yes, sir.
if I give you two things, first is your English and spoken power, very good skills in speaking English and very, fluency in speaking, vivacious speaker. And second thing is knowledge about like current topics, CPEC, OBOR, Syria issue, Palestine, all these international issues relating India and something which is hot in the outside world. So, which would you go for and why?
Sir, I would go for knowledge, of course, because knowledge is what that matters. Because I have seen in different SSB that people speak in Hindi also. Like when they get stuck, they started speaking in Hindi, and even in screening, they started delivering their PPDT in Hindi, and they got screened and recommended. So I think knowledge is more important and ideas are more important than English. But yes, English is important, but not that much.
Okay, चल अब यही बता, how did you gain your knowledge? Because I know you have got pretty detailed knowledge about most of the international issues. I've seen you speaking on them. So how did you practice that? From which all channels like you practice, or you would like to advise the viewers कि कहाँ से तैयारी करें?
Yes, sir. The journey, when the journey started, it was quite messed up. I was reading newspapers and I could not find it much productive. But when you advise us that videos are more productive and they are more knowledgeable, there is more knowledge in videos because you get more power from them. So I started watching Study IQ and different channels that are there on YouTube. Like there is World Affairs, and also there are editorial channels that are quite easy. Okay, you can learn in a small amount of time you can learn more. So that was also there. But I also learned from Wikipedia, like there is a topic that is going on in the video and I don't know about the topic, then I will go to Wikipedia and I will check it out. And then when I get enough amount of knowledge, and then I will switch to the video again and start my video again. Yes, of course, I would say that it was Study IQ, World Affairs, and also, there is a channel on YouTube. There is serious desire to learn. There is current affairs over there, and different channels are there. Yes, sir.
So I think smart work is better than that old 70s hard work reading newspapers and giving 6, 7 hours to Hindu. Okay. Okay, the
Of course,
same ways, Ajay, like you analyzed when you were working on that, you said that your English improved in the next attempt, it improved even more in the next attempt. So, like some
yes, sir.
tips, like how you did that, what were the keys?
Yes, sir. The key is, sir, practice. I would say practice is more important. I joined groups, like there are people when we go through SSB, there are different people we meet. We make friends over there. So we join the groups. So what we do, we arranged meetings, Google Meet meetings, and we discussed over there and we practice over there. Like we used to decide on WhatsApp ki yaar, we will discuss on this topic, and the class will be there for 3 hours and we will be discussing about this topic only. So that was a mode of practice that we did. And also, sir, offline, before COVID times, in offline batches we were there. Group of friends will join. We will discuss. We will do discussions on current affairs topics like that. But in COVID times, we did practice on Google Meet. We joined groups. There are a lot of groups on internet that we can join. Also, we make WhatsApp groups, and these groups, Rohit and Om, we all did this,
Yes,
and
yes, yes.
that was it.
So
Yes, sir.
again, a smart strategy, eh?
Yes,
Good,
sir.
good, good, good. Acha, just you told me some incidences like what happened in your interview, and he asked you whether you will come. This was his last attempt, I guess, for IMA. So some details,
Yes,
like
sir.
I just want the people to go through this thing, what you said, and एक बात और बताना अजय. In your
Yes, sir.
opinion, how much do you feel that when going over there with the pressure of selection, it hampers your performance over there or not? What do you have to say about that? This के select ही होना
Yes,
है,
sir.
इसी बार होना है.
Yes, sir. I would bring first last question first, sir.
Okay,
Sir,
okay, okay.
what happened in my first attempt? The barrier was English, and
Hmm.
in second attempt, I had lacked the self awareness, so I could not write good self description test or psych test. But in the third attempt, I prepared in every dimension, and I go there. I went there with my desperation. Yeah, this part, so I have prepared each and everything, and I should be good. I should go. I should get recommended, and like this attitude with desperation, I went for my third attempt. And you would be surprised. There will not be any surprise because I got least marks in my that attempt.
Okay.
Like when I check, because there was this much desperation. Desperation does not let us perform. We are always thinking about selection and selection and selection. We forget to perform over there. But yes, in this attempt, I did not have any type of desperation because this was my last attempt for IMA also. I thought, yes, I have prepared well, and what will come, that will come. I have prepared well, and that is what that matters. I will go and perform. And this is the mindset that really helps. But desperation won't let you get selected. It will be always there. It will be hindering your performance always, and confidence also. And sir, coming to the questions of interview.
Yeah. Audio. Yes, Ajay, I can't hear you. Yeah, yeah. Interview questions. Okay, okay. Audible.
Okay, sir. Sir, my interview went for 25-30 minutes this time, but in previous attempts it was for 1 hour and 1 hour 20 minutes. But
Okay.
it this time it was quite short because I went there to have a conversation with one person. Like it was not like I will be I will be being interviewed by some person and some officer. I
I'll
thought
show
yes,
my
he's a human.
officer-like qualities. Huh? That
Yes, sir.
that
I
I
will
will
show my officer
show
like
my
qualities.
USBs. Okay.
And being preparing answers already in my mind, it was nothing like that. It was like one-to-one conversation, and this time it was really different. Questions were short and there were no counter questions. As I can recall, there was a question of a percentage, drop of percentage every time in my interview, in my
Okay.
all the attempts. But answer of that was quite long, like there was a counter questions over there and so many
Hmm.
things. But this time when he asked me that what was your reason that you got drop of your percentage in your graduation.
Audio. Ajay, audio is not there. Yes, we were at drop of the percentage question.
Yes. So what happened, sir? I just said कि I had the knowledge, but what happened? I filled the forms. My college was in Hindi medium, and I studied from CBSE. So I used to write my copies in English, And also, sir, my writing was not that much of good. Like I had the knowledge, but I could not express it in those like descriptive things. So I said this, ki, sir, I had the knowledge. You can check it on. You can ask me any question. That was my answer this time. Before that, I used to give huge explanation. Like
Okay.
these was the things. My school was in Hindi medium. Teachers was
Hmm.
teachers were like that, and I could not cope up with this and that. CDS was there, but this time I changed it. I said, yes, sir, it was less, but uh, I had the knowledge. That was it, and there was no counter question
Okay.
this time.
And what was that
Also,
question
sir,
that?
he asked me about,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yes, sir,
OTA, will you go to
sir,
OTA?
again, yes, sir. Then he asked me that suppose you got recommended and you don't get recommended, what will you do? Said that if I get recommended, then the dream will come true, and I will inform my parents and celebrate. And if I don't get recommended, then I have secured a job in CAPF. I will go and join over there. He said, "Ki, will you join OTA?" I said, no, sir. I wanted to join IMA, and that will be it. And I have given my 5 attempts, 6 attempts for that. But if I don't get my academy, I will not be joining OTA, and I will join CAPF and do better over. I will do better over there, but I will not come to OTA. He said, are you serious? You want to join army?" Yes, sir, I'm serious. That's why I have been trying again and again. I am clearing my exam again and again, but not OTA. And that was it, sir.
चल good है यार मतलब this answer could only come uh, with lack of desperation only, you know, when you are not desperate, then only you can give such courageous answers. Most of the time
Yes,
I've
sir.
seen, like I did not tell you, I'll be putting Harsh's interview also very soon. So this incidents
Yes, sir.
happened with Harsh in GTO, which was a very, you know, I told you, I think I told you that incident when GTO told him that one of your guys breaking the rule and what happened. Okay? He will
Yes,
tell
sir.
it in his interview,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
upcoming interview.
Yes, sir.
But अजय, जैसे कि अभी when are you joining, when are you planning to join, अभी उससे पहले क्या तैयारी कर रहा है, कुछ फिजिकल शुरू किया?
Yes, sir. I have been quite active. मतलब सिलेक्शन से पहले ही सर आई हैव बीन रनिंग. So it is my hobby, and I run 1600 meters, sir, in within 5:30. It is like that. So I've been
नाइस.
running from there on. So I've been
अच्छा,
working on
एक
myself.
एक
Gym will,
लेट्स गिव इट ए क्रक्स, है ना?
yes,
जैसे
sir.
6 attempts, almost 2 years, almost
Sir, 3 years, sir.
almost 3 years of dedication. देखिए, there are a lot of students, those who aspire like you to become an officer. They come from village background, they are from Hindi medium, and most of the times they hear that if you don't know English, nobody can save you in SSB. English is very important part, and आधे time they give up because of this thing only, that I don't know English, मैं क्या करूँगा? अब एक एक ओवरऑल क्रक्स अगर तू देना चाहेगा, इफ यू विल गिव एन ओवरऑल क्रक्स के एसएसबी मेरे हिसाब से व्हाट आई थिंक इज दिस, एंड somebody from your correlative background can do this, like your father is a farmer, तो ऐसा कोई
Yes, sir.
बैकग्राउंड नहीं है कि फौजी है या ऑफिसर है उसका लड़का सेलेक्ट हुआ है. तो बेसिकली वेस्टर्न यूपी या मध्य प्रदेश, हरियाणा, पंजाब, यहाँ पे ऐसे ही आई आई कीप ऑन टेलिंग गाइस दैट यार ऐसे ही आते हैं, सबका हाथ इंग्लिश में ऐसे ही अंगूठा छाप. तो व्हाट वुड यू टेल के ओवरऑल क्रक्स कैसे हुआ, क्या हुआ पूरी 3 साल की जर्नी में, मतलब एसएसबी रिलेटेड जो तू बातें बता सकता है टू कीप योरसेल्फ ऑप्टिमिस्टिक, वो बता.
Yes, sir. Sir, ऐसा होता है ना कि सर when we think कि यार my English is very weak and what I'm, as you were saying कि what will I do over there. So what happened कि when we go over there, our confidence level is already below the ground. Like when we go there, we cannot speak because we are thinking in our mind कि यार मेरी English तो वैसे weak and people are coming from CBSE background and all these backgrounds and they are scoring 95%.
ऑडियो 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 ऑडियो. हाँ.
So comparing with those people already gets your confidence below the ground and you cannot perform over there. Rather than focusing on the performance, yes, I am here and whatever I will deliver, the ideas that I have, I will deliver those confidently because expressing is more important rather than expressing in English. Better express yourself than thinking about expressing in English only.
Okay.
So I would say that you can improve. We keep on thinking about, yeah, my English is weak, my English is weak. So how long will it take? It will take about 2-3 months to prepare for English. That is also that we can do, but suppose it doesn't happen, SSB is nearby. So better speak in Hindi and
Okay.
mix of Hindi and English confidently, because confidence is what that matters, that I have seen. Because there was this guy, my buddy, that got recommended also, and when we were in screening, he was delivering his story, and what happened, he got stuck. So he switched to Hindi and started speaking in Hindi his story. So he completed his story in Hindi, and now he has got recommended, and he will be joining IMA 2 with me. So that is also that what I saw.
Yeah, Ajay, I exactly tell you, when I was in IMA, so we had a Hindi debater from Lucknow. That that cadet used to take part in Hindi debates. But believe me, that he never used to speak English. Whenever he used to speak as if he is participating in a debate. And he was so versatile in Hindi that he was the first person that what made me think that I should go and study about SSB, because he did not know anything in English and he cleared his SSB. So that is actually a myth, है
Yes,
ना?
sir.
तो अजय,
Yes, sir.
अब
It is.
ये है कि देखिए, समटाइम्स लाइक व्हेन इट कम्स टू एसएसबी, तो हर एक कोई सबसे पहले यूट्यूब खोल के चेक करता है, उसमें ट्रेंडिंग वीडियो जो चल रहे हैं, ट्रेंडिंग जिसके अच्छे खासे 10 मिलियन 15 मिलियन व्यू हैं, तो आई नो कभी ना कभी तुमने भी वो चेक किए होंगे, या तुम्हारे साथ के स्टूडेंट्स वगैरह जो तैयारी कर रहे हैं सब वहीं से तैयारी करते हैं. तो आई वुड लाइक टू से व्हाट इज योर ओपिनियन अबाउट दिस, के हाउ टू मेक श्योर कि जो मैं पढ़ रहा हूँ, जो मैं देख रहा हूँ एसएसबी का कंटेंट, इज इट राइट और रॉन्ग? क्योंकि मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स आई हैव सीन मेनी गुड कैंडिडेट्स आर नॉट रिकमेंडेड बिकॉज ऑफ द रॉन्ग गाइडेंस. दे डोंट नो कि एग्जैक्ट चीज
Yes,
क्या
sir.
है, तो कैसे फिल्टर लगाने के लिए सजेस्ट करो?
So first thing that I encountered is, like, there was one of my friends who started preparing for SSB for TGC and did not have any idea of SSB. So he
ओके.
went for YouTube and he checked it out ki be yourself.
हम्म.
And he came to me ki, yaar, being yourself hai na, and I will not prepare anything, and I will
हम्म.
go over there. And he
हम्म.
post a video on being yourself. But I don't think ki being yourself ka matlab, it doesn't mean ki you go there unprepared. So I told him ki you should prepare yourself, and he did not prepare, and he went there. But unfortunately he got screened out. But that is also wrong coaching. Like when we watch YouTube, there are a lot of people talking like they are not at that level. So the newcomer can get distracted or can get wrong guidance that would ultimately lead to his rejection. So I would take the example of my friend also. Like he went for TGC. Being yourself was the word that was shown on the video, and it happened. So
You
that
know,
is
there's
what
a
I will
lot
say,
of
sir.
things which people don't explain and they simply tell you to do. Like there is a word, be positive. Always be
Yes.
positive in SSB, है ना? Then there is a word, always show your officer like qualities. Even if you are doing W80, जहाँ पे you are getting 10 seconds to write a sentence, people want to show their officer like qualities in those 10 seconds in every word. So I think there's a lot of misguidance which is going on over there. So अभी तो you are doing a just cause, है ना? So अभी once you are going
Yes.
into training and once you come back, so help out the students from your villages, from nearby places. So tell them कि यार अगर करना है तो ये चीजें करो. Don't portray over wrong things कि English सुधारनी है या being yourself होके जाना है. So
Sir.
Ajay, finally यार, I'm so thankful to God that जब you were not recommended third time, so I was
Yes,
not
sir.
able to understand this, that how can a student so bright, so determined is not able to qualify as SSB. है ना? But again,
Sir.
yeah, there is certain requirements which you got to fulfill, and you fulfilled those requirements. That took a lot of dedication and hard work. So अभी वो
Yes,
काम
sir.
हो गया
Thank you,
ना?
sir.
You have set up an example in your village already, ना?
Yes, sir. And people are starting, we have started to fill the forms of CDS and NDA finally.
Good, yeah.
And
Very
people
good,
are coming.
Ajay. This has to be, there has to be a larger motive. Like there's a question, why do you want to join army? बहुत सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन है, ऑलमोस्ट तेरी सारी एसएसबी में तेरे से पूछा गया, व्हाई डू यू वांट टू जॉइन आर्मी, ऑलमोस्ट.
Yes, sir.
तो
Yes, sir.
उसके बड़े पता नहीं अजीब अजीब से आंसर देते हैं लोग के सर यूनिफॉर्म, सर राइफल चलानी है, और सर एडवेंचरस लाइफ। तो तूने कैसे टैकल किया इसे, क्योंकि ये तो क्वेश्चन आना ही है।
यस सर। सर सजाने के लिए या फिर कैसे भी समझ लो आप सर, पीपल स्टार्टेड प्रिपेयरिंग दिस आंसर इन देयर जर्नल्स एंड डायरीज। यार
हाँ,
आई विल से दिस, आई विल से दिस, बट पीपल deep inside their heart they have an answer कि why I want to join, rather than telling that answer, because that will be quite like, that will not be that much like saja dhaja answer, thoda nahi hoga wo, but that is true, and we hide that, and that is ultimately not the right thing to do. So what I did, what I told you, I said the same thing ki, of course I come from a village background, and my huge source of inspiration to join the armed forces is this, because I have been through daily bhartis and all these things, and I know what it means to become an officer in the villages. So that is, and people will follow me. Like there is a huge talent that is in my village. People are scoring 95%, 92%. People are bright. Students are bright students are here. So they should go for higher opportunities rather than settling for less. So that was my answer. And of course, this, the salary and uniform and adventure comes later. But there is one quite that line that is there in your heart. So we should go with that only.
that is finding the bigger motivation and reality. I've seen many students, they quote from interview of some martyr, and they say, I want to get Paramveer Chakra, that's why I want to join army. Like, I want to have an adventurous life, that's why I want to join army. So I think it is very important to find the reality. Why are you motivated to join as a career? What inspires you, what drives you? And being truthful is more important, because I've seen it, Ajay, that people are not confident because they are lying.
Yes,
Lying,
sir.
you can never lie with confidence. If you are holding a truth to yourself, then your confidence level speaks. Yes, confidence is increased by knowledge also, और यही मैं बोलता हूँ कि SSB is all self analyzing. You got to analyze yourself, you got to introspect yourself. ठीक है, डिफीट के बाद थोड़ा सा दुख तो होता है यार, बट उसके बाद खड़े
Yes,
होके
sir.
दोबारा सीखना कि कहाँ पे चाव आ जाती कि मैं घोड़े से गिर गया, और इस बार जब वो टर्न आएगा तो आई विल स्टिक मोर प्रॉपर्ली टू माई हॉर्स. So I think these were the normal things which a candidate who is successful, who has achieved his aim, he does it. Don't you think so?
Yes, sir. Sir, I did the same thing. I have a hobby of writing journal. I learned from my experiences. It was quite a journey, sir, because I did not. Yes, there was some point of like disappointment over there when I was not getting selected. But of course, as soon as I got as soon as I used to get out from my SSB, I used to think about ki, yaar, what are the wrong things that I did, and I started writing them down and finding mistakes and later on overcoming them. That was the only thing. Also, sir, rather than focusing on like I did this in GTO, I did that in psych, I started focusing on myself. Like as you said, self-analyzing. I took the help of self-help books also. Like there is Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. It's a good book. And also, sir, there is a book of Robin Sharma, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. There are some lot of books are there that will help people in finding their answers and self-awareness factor, improving their self-awareness factor. So these are the things that we should do, analyzing ourselves, overcoming our weakness from root. Like there is one strike at the root is better than 100 strike at the upper level. So better
Exactly.
strike at root. So that was the thing that I did. And yes, it is right that you said ki analyzing is more important, and lying is like getting rejected by yourself. If you lie over there, you are finished.
So Ajay, when are the happy Ragda days going to start?
Sir, I think it will be in Feb,
In Feb, okay.
but
So it might get delayed, right?
yes, sir, it might get, because sir, it was scheduled on 3rd of January, but it
Okay.
is getting delayed. So I think
Okay.
it will be there on Feb.
Okay. So उससे पहले पहले खूब घर पे पार्टी शार्टी कर लो, फिर
Yes,
6 महीने
sir.
बाद टर्म ब्रेक पे आके करना पार्टी.
Yes, sir. थोड़ी बहुत चल रही है सर.
चल गुड यार अजय, मतलब इट्स ऑलवेज such enthusiasm whenever I speak to you, not even now during my class when you were taking the classes over there with me. And seriously, so happy from the bottom of my heart that ऐसा नहीं है कि जो सिलेक्शन होता है उसके लिए मैं खुश नहीं होता हूँ, खुश होता हूँ, जो सेलेक्ट नहीं होता उसके लिए भी थोड़ा सा खुश होता हूँ. लेकिन जब इतने डेडिकेशन के बाद कोई एग्जाम्पल पुट करता है ना, सो दैट इज लाइक 1 in 1000, है ना. तो डोंट लेट योर एस्पिरेशंस गो डाउन. अभी तो नए नए लक्ष्य बनेंगे तुम्हारे. वंस यू विल गो टू द एकेडमी तो लक्ष्य बनने शुरू होंगे कि आई गॉट टू पास आउट एज सॉर्ड ऑफ ऑनर या फिर पैरालिन, जो भी है, जो भी लक्ष्य बनेंगे वो तो आगे लेट फ्यूचर डिसाइड इट. लेकिन हाँ, कीप योर सेल्फ अब्रेस, थोड़ा सा फिट रख, पुशअप वगैरह मारता रहे, थोड़ा फिजिकल स्ट्रेंथ
Yes,
का
sir.
ध्यान रख. और एकेडमी की एक टिप है भाई, ठीक है, जोश में होश मत खोना. बी बी
बिल्कुल sir.
बी केयरफुल ओवर देयर, है ना. तो
Yes,
ठीक है
sir.
अजय, आई थिंक देयर इज लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स व्हिच योर एक्सपीरियंस has told. Viewers must have learned a lot of things from your experiences. So God bless you. All the best for future endeavors. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. It was like it was your help, sir.
अरे
Like I used to come to you after my attempts, ki, sir, this has happened, and you used to think, yes, this is the thing that you have did, and it is due to this,
look अजय
the
बता
solutions
रहा हूँ,
that you gave.
आई विल टेल यू वन थिंग, ठीक है ना. लाइक अ गुड एजुकेटर इज लाइक ए लाइट हाउस, ये मैंने कहीं सुना था. अ गुड एजुकेटर
Yes,
इज लाइक ए लाइट हाउस. ही कैन ओनली गिव यू द लाइट एंड डायरेक्शन वेयर यू हैव टू कम. बट उस डायरेक्शन में चलने के लिए ना, दैट रिक्वायर्स अ लॉट ऑफ हार्ड वर्क एंड डेडिकेशन. That hard work and dedication is equally important, and in fact even more important in achieving your aims. So
of course.
you give hats off to me and I'll keep on giving hats off to you. That is the procedure of all. Okay. Chalo, good Ajay. All the best for your future and take care of yourself. And ho sake to meet me once before going.
Okay, sir. Sure, sir.
Take care, Ajay. God bless you.
Thank you, sir.